I'm now seeing how a Liv Morgan-Stephanie Vaquer match can really work for WrestleMania. And I think we found a new use for Dom. Also, AJ Lee's back, but is she back too soon? And we had a tag team title match. Plus, the story of the mystery attacker continues to develop. Welcome to Silo Voice Wrestling on YouTube and the Silo Voice Wrestling podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jason C. McLean, and these are my assorted thoughts on the February 9th, 2026 WWE Raw. From Cleveland, Ohio, in a really oddly designed building, kind of looked like, especially during the Jey Uso entrance. More on that later. I'm recording this February 11th, Tuesday. It's around 10:30 at night. Let's get right into it. I was excited Liv Morgan had won the Royal Rumble, and Stephanie Vaquer made the most logical choice, but I was wondering how heated a rivalry they could actually get, and we got our answer. I mean, it started off as a good segment, funny little Valentine's Day bit with Dom Mysterio, and then Stephanie Vaquer came out to spoil all the romance. It was great. Now, I was into the idea of, I was very happy Liv won the Royal Rumble, and Stephanie made the logical choice for an opponent, but I was wondering how the promos were going to be, and here we got an example of how it can be, because we found a new use for Dominic Mysterio as Duolingo Dom. Let's get people to chant that. I don't know. Yeah, because Stephanie cut the promo in Spanish on Liv, and Dom responded in Spanish. This way, Stephanie, her English isn't her first language. She can speak it, but her promos are way better in Spanish, and Liv is an amazing promo in English. And with Dom there, Stephanie can actually cut promos in Spanish, and they can play around with how much Dom is translating. And we can get the best promo from both of them. And, of course, I mean, also there was a little bit where Liv said, basically said Stephanie wasn't hot. Like, geez, you don't have eyes, Liv. I don't know. But that was just, I guess, typical Liv Morgan. Great promo, really funny. And okay, Dominic Mysterio being involved in the Women's World Championship scene really was kind of not the best choice when it was, I mean, it was still, we still got some great drama and storytelling when it was Rhea and Liv, but he had too much of a role in it. But here his role is not like really mixing in. I mean, we did get that fun little bit where Stephanie slapped him and knocked him down. I thought that was great, but his main use is as an interpreter to allow Stephanie to speak, to do promos in Spanish, Liv to do her promos in English. And if they keep this up, I could see this becoming a really good heated rivalry with an interpreter. I really enjoyed this segment. I was also happy to see AJ Lee back, and I love Becky just running away from her at the very beginning, like running, or not running away, but going away frustrated in the opposite direction of the ring. But then she comes right out to the ring. I also like her shirt. It's like she's doing the newspaper thing, just like Chelsea Green right now. I'm loving Becky's current character work. I think it's great. It's almost over the top, but it's so believable and so well done that it's not too over the top. AJ Lee came out, and AJ was hilarious. Like, why are you mad at me? Oh yeah, there's this, that, the other thing. But they set up a match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Elimination Chamber. And this is the thing that maybe I'm wondering, did AJ come back too quickly? I thought she was going to come back at the Royal Rumble, and I knew she was going to have a championship match against Becky Lynch, but I was really hoping it was going to be at WrestleMania. Now, it makes total sense to put AJ Lee on the elimination card because it's in Chicago, and she lives there. She's from New Jersey, but she's, I guess, through marriage, a Chicagoan. Do you say Chicagoan? I don't know. So yeah, it makes total sense to do this, but I mean, it'd be great if AJ won, but I'm honestly kind of hoping there's some shenanigans and somehow it sets up an automatic rematch at WrestleMania, because I think this would be a great match at the Elimination Chamber, but I don't want to lose this match for the WrestleMania card unless they come back maybe with a tag match. Speaking of which, Maxine Dupree versus Natalya wasn't really all that much of a match. It's like a minute and something, and ended up with like a sharpshooter, double counted sharpshooter on the announce table, I guess to just get the bad blood going, but keep it going between them, but also to get AJ and then Becky out. So maybe they're going to go with a tag match with For some reason, Natalia teaming with Becky and AJ Lee teaming with Maxine. Becky and Natalia, seeing as Natalia wants the title, is an interesting choice. Maybe they could do the tag match sooner before Elimination Chamber. Who knows? But I hope it's two singles matches, Becky and AJ at Elimination Chamber and at WrestleMania. Also, even though the Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria at the time was on WrestleMania, the Women's Intercontinental Championship and the Women's United States Championship have to this date not been defended at WrestleMania. And if at least that, and if there's any belt that's going to be one of those two titles that's going to be defended at WrestleMania, it's Becky Lynch defending the Intercontinental title against AJ Lee, because that's a Mania match for sure. So fingers crossed, hoping the Elimination Chamber is great. I do want to see stuff with Natalia and Maxine, but hoping we get another title match at WrestleMania. And the man sometimes known as AJ Lee's husband will also be defending his championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, against Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber. I mean, this was kind of predictable. It's Punk's the champion. He has a mini feud with Balor. His main feud is with Roman Reigns. So obviously he's going to be fighting Roman at WrestleMania, but it's in Chicago and it's a much bigger arena. They're going to the big arena. My brother says it's actually the largest arena in North America. The Bell Center in Montreal is the second largest. Anyway, so yeah, of course you can have CM Punk on the card, wrestling, defending the championship. And I like how they set this up. Finn clearly came out like he doesn't deserve a title shot, as Punk said, but they kind of set it up like it was going to happen that night, or Punk said he wanted it to happen that night. And Adam Pearce put the kibosh on that. Let the babyface champion want to fight, let Adam Pearce be the bad guy for the crowd. But it's happening at Elimination Chamber. And this is one of these matches where I think we're all sure of the outcome, but there is that doubt. I think they're building enough doubt that maybe somehow Punk might lose the title and have to get it back before WrestleMania, which I think would be a terrible idea, which I don't think they're going to do, but there's still the fear that might happen. I think these two have the ability to make us believe that maybe Punk's title is in jeopardy. And they're going to do that through promos, physicality, and I think that's the perfect way to get Punk on the Elimination Chamber card against Finn, and also not wreck the WrestleMania match, but having us think it might. And that promo that Punk cut after in the ring with the planned interview with Michael Cole, like, I'm not putting this in jeopardy. I'm a fighting champion. But of course, he's saying he's not going to. Yeah, what did he say? Like, he says he wants to be defending it each and every Monday night because he didn't have the chance to do that. Or he did that before. He wants to be 1% better than he was during the summer of Punk. And just, like, believable. I was even thinking, like, I could even see them doing a CM Punk World Heavyweight Championship Open Challenge every night on Raw, before Elimination Chamber, after Elimination Chamber, right up to WrestleMania, and he still has the title to defend against Roman. They're not going to do that, but he got I really believed that the Punk character wanted to do that. He's that good in the he's the best in the world on the mic for sure. Like, yeah, that was another excellent promo, and this is maybe how they're getting around the fact that Roman's not going to be there every week. They had the amazing back and forth promo with him and Roman, and Punk's going to be cutting these fiery promos every week leading up with Finn, and then Roman's going to probably come back into the picture and cut the promos again. I think they're doing this feud really well, and I'm pretty sure Punk and Roman is still night 2 WrestleMania main event. Speaking of the Elimination Chamber, we had a qualifying match, Penta, Austin Theory, and LA Knight. Yeah, Austin Theory in for the Vision, and Braun Breaker's out. Apparently he got a hernia. I think it might have been from flipping the announce table. Get well, Braun. This is probably really messing up their plans, but hopefully he'll be back soon. Hopefully he feels good. Like, I mean, that doesn't seem like a minor thing. I had a hernia when I was a kid. Obviously not the same. I'm not a professional athlete and I was a kid, but this is probably a lot worse. But yeah, those things, they suck. I was not 100% sure. I figured LA Knight was going to win because I could definitely see him in the Elimination Chamber. Not that I think he's going to win the Chamber. I knew it wasn't going to be Penta. I thought there's a chance they might put Austin Theory in through some shenanigans. There were shenanigans, in particular, Bronson Reed at one point gave a tsunami to LA Knight, and he took on Adam Pearce. But to, I guess, even the odds, we got once again the masked man stomping Theory and then disappearing. And LA Knight, won the match. He's in the Elimination Chamber. Congratulations. LA Knight's the kind of guy that no matter how his booking is, he's still going to be really, really over. You could, at some point, they will make this guy a world champion or undisputed WWE champion. It will make total sense. The crowd does not want to give up on this guy, no matter what the booking is. But back to the masked man. Okay, so we were now eliminating some people. We know it's not Austin Theory, betraying the vision. It's not Logan Paul. He was in the building as well, too, or he was last week, I think. It's not, it's obviously not Braun Breaker because he's injured, and he was attacked the first time. We already didn't know it's not him. They still are implying it's Seth Rollins. It could be Seth Rollins. I mean, not him under the mask. I saw somebody on the internet say maybe it's Bad Bunny. I think that would be amazing if they do a swerve, they make it Bad Bunny. Obviously not him under the mask all these times, but him versus Logan Paul. By the way, Logan Paul did the stick up for Bad Bunny, or stick up for saying, Puerto Ricans are real Americans, criticizing his own brother online. So that's good. I mean, he's a co-worker of yours in WWE. I think that would be amazing. Pretending that this mega celebrity was under a mask in like Saudi and then Philadelphia and now in Cleveland, the birthplace of Logan Paul. That's a possibility. My jury's still out on this one. Do you have any ideas? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, so that was that match. In the other Elimination Chamber qualifying match, we had Rhea Ripley versus Ivy Nile and Lyra Valkyria. Now, from the beginning, I thought, okay, Ivy Nile's there to take the pin. It turns out she wasn't. I thought Lyra Valkyria had a chance because so many other women are gunning for Rhea Ripley and Io Sky when they're like, Lash Legend. Someone come down and attack her, and then Lyra would get the victory. And I could see Lyra in an Elimination Chamber sort of rebuilding the character, but no, Lyra did. It was a good match. It was a fun match back and forth. The most logical choice, the one I predicted would win, but I wasn't 100% sure did win, Rhea Ripley, and we got Rhea Ripley in the Elimination Chamber. So I think it makes a lot of sense to put her there. I'm still convinced she's going into WrestleMania defending the tag titles, maybe in that tag team ladder match, what have you. So I don't think she's going to win the chamber. I think she's going to get screwed over in the chamber, but I'm glad she's in it because, you want as much star power as you can get. And what more star power is there in the women's division than Rhea Bloody Ripley? Los Americanos with the Ludwig Kaiser El Grande Americano at ringside versus Javon Evans and surprise partner, the original El Grande Americano, or Chad Gable. Fun match. I'm interested in the whole El Grande feud. I think it's got to end up being a mask versus mask match, maybe at WrestleMania. And I think Chad, and I also find it hilarious that in AAA, the Kaiser El Grande is the babyface and the Gable El Grande is the heel. And in WWE, it's the reverse. I think a lot of that might have to do with the fact that the original El Grande, or the Gable El Grande, was sort of mocking Lucha Libre. And the Kaiser El Grande actually sort of embracing Lucha Libre as a tribute to it. He's also a German pretending to be an American, pretending to be a Mexican luchador who only speaks Spanish, but also apparently some of his interviews and lines are like Mexican street slang. So of course, you can't talk about this match without talking about that move, the cutter. Javon Evans hit a midair cutter on Bravo Americano. They both jumped off. It wasn't coast to coast. It wasn't like opposite sides of the ring. It was two posts on the same side, but that, like, they replayed that, like the timing of that. I don't know if they rehearsed that. Like, he hit it bang on. That's one of those like wow moves on a random Raw match, and it's further justification for why Javon Evans is getting a push. Like, he's bouncy, yeah, but and the character is one thing, but moves like that was impressive. It reminded me of the Logan Paul Ricochet one, but that was from either sides of the ring. But yeah, no, that cutter was incredible. That was like at least the in-ring highlight of the night, and it came in some random match with the Americanos and stuff. So excellent. And of course, the first actual match of the night was the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, defending the World Tag Team Championships against the Alpha Academy, Otis and Tozawa. I did not think this match was going to be as exciting as it was. I was like, okay, good. Otis and Tozawa, they're big on main event. Now they won the qualifier match, so they're in this match. So it's good to see them get out there. But honestly, there was like a 2.99, like an almost 3 pin of Tozawa on Jimmy Uso. And I was like, are they actually going to change the belt? And it almost looked like they were going to change the belt. Like, that was exciting. And it looked, of course, like Alpha Academy actually, even though I had no aspirations they were going to become the tag team champions, but I really believed it for a brief moment. I was like, are they going to do this? Are they actually going to? And no, they didn't. And eventually, really impressive move. Both the Usos gave the 1D to Otis, which isn't easy. Got the 1, 2, 3, respectful babyface, and then at the end, Jimmy, like I said, the interview, Byron Saxton interviewed the ring. What's next for us? And Jimmy's like, well, what's next for Jay is I want him to qualify for Elimination Chamber. And what's next is I want my brother to get a singles match at WrestleMania because I might be on paternity leave at the time. I think that's how I read that interview. But still, fun match. Good to see. I mean, I think this is helping the tag team division, even if it's not every week. They just need to do it a little bit more. So these were my assorted thoughts on the February 9th, 2026 WWE Raw from Cleveland, Ohio. Did you agree with my thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Follow at Silo Voice Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram, at Silo Wrestling on X, and me at Jason C. McLean on X and Instagram. Also, jasoncmclean.bsky.social on Bluesky. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications to get all my wrestling hot takes, cold takes, simmering takes, wrestling opinion pieces, WWE Premium Live Event prediction and review videos, and assorted thoughts on SmackDown and Raw. I'll be back, maybe with another video, but at least with my assorted thoughts on SmackDown. Until then, for Silo Voice Studios in Montreal, I'm Jason C. McLean.